the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devontae Adams, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Mahomes. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Mahomes looks to throw on third down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Mahomes throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, it's Hill, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
It's showtime, baby. Get something together. Once again, let's go. Let's rock and roll. Every week. Come on, baby. Rock and roll. Let's go, baby. Guess what, baby? Play it to the whistle.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
They'll start with the option.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Great stop by Darius Slay to back up the offense.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Jackson from the shotgun.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll go again with Sanders. officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Got a man, it's Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They juked him, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. At 21 yards there as they convert on third.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. Nifty move. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And Sanders has got it complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
But your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done. Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Now the defense will burn. We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
The quick feet by Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson. And really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop. That is a defensive end getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Jackson.
Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10. It's Jackson.
The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Jackson, he's going to drop this one down for Chubb, and the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again is Jackson. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Eaglesons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, it's Mahomes.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And again, it's Mahomes. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Escaping the pressure right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Jackson running again.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. That's the end of the
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Mahomes now on first down. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Mahomes is going to run it on the option.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Mahomes to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Here's Jackson.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Jackson's throw taken in by Diggs.
7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Throwing, Jackson. Pass complete, it's Adams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Jackson to throw.
Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Jackson.
Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Jackson. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Jackson's pass intercepted.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run here with Sanders. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. This will be caught by Brown.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot in the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
And here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson now. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Chubb will get the call, running left. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
It's complete to Diggs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Chubb on the counter. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run with Chubb. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jackson. Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here this one.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A good gain on 1st has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Mahomes' throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Man open left side is Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half with this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half. We'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The quick feet by Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Second and 6.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Mahomes firing complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Mahomes again. Left side here to Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Another run with Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go with the option. Coming right. The quick feet by Jackson. Room here to run. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the C's punt for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over. Your call with this play, partner.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Jackson's going to look to run it.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, you know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Jackson to throw. Pass complete to Chubb.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Now Jackson. Pass complete. It's likely.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Here's Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave and put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Jackson.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers have to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Jackson's pass complete to Rashad Bateman. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And now that changes things in a big way, because you're forced to try a long field goal to hopefully get something out of that opening drive.
And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there in overtime. 44 yards.
But partner, look where the ball's being placed now. They're deep in the red zone, which to me, that opens up their options, because they can run the field goal kicker out there right now, or they can decide to run a play and put it into the perfect position he might require in order to make the game-winning kick.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Once again with Sanders. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down, now third and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on fourth down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Now the timeout comes here, and the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time. And let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.